Hi, my name is Kay. I'm a poet and a writer, and on this channel I do reactions to K-pop videos. Specifically, I do lyric breakdowns and analysis. And for today's video, I really wanted to do one that I think is surprisingly an underrated BTS song. Obviously, BTS has gotten the credit that they deserve for a lot of their tracks, but some of them have kind of fallen under the radar, just haven't become as big, most of the time just for the normal reason that there's not a music video to go with it. And I think Louder Than Bombs is definitely one of those. And it's one that I've been thinking about a lot, and it's one that when it comes up, it just like, it hits different. I wanted to go over that today and go over the lyrics with you and just enjoy. So today's video is BTS's Louder Than Bombs, and let's just jump on into it. And this video is Elisa with three S's video. I think she just does really great MVs. She's really good at putting pieces together to like emphasize the song. So I'm doing hers. Credit is down below. Okay, let's just start right at the beginning. Now it has grown to be so clear, the unfamiliar shadow amidst those cheers. Perhaps I wouldn't be able to believe the words, let's only see and hear good things no more. And this song is off of their Map of the Soul 7 album, which deals a lot with the inner versus outer self. Obviously the Jungian theory of the map of the soul is the crux of all of that, and dealing with like their own persona, their own shadows. This song in particular, and this time in their careers, I think also, they're really dealing with a lot of balancing that difference between trying to uphold a certain standard and be a certain way while also being true to themselves, while also dealing with just the most backlash for just like random things. People like sending death threats for them existing, like saying nasty things to them. It saved a lot of the members of the group the first time they came to the US that they didn't speak English. They didn't get to firsthand hear a lot of the really nasty things people were saying about them, and RM wasn't translating a lot of those things back. He was keeping a lot to himself and internalizing a lot himself and dealing with a lot of that hate without the rest of the members having to know. But there's a point at which that doesn't work anymore, and like the members not only were learning English but also becoming aware of the things that were being withheld from them too. And I'm sure the group went through a lot that we don't know about. We can look at the way people, especially when they were first becoming big over here, and people were horrifically racist and horrifically, I guess homophobic would be the term, because that's how they were speaking about them, but misogynistically, just people were saying nasty things with no basis about a group that they not only didn't know but didn't care to learn about or understand, and then getting that from all sides. Like, it wasn't just in the US. I'm just very keenly aware of the way people spoke about them and still speak about them now, because this is where I live. There's a point at which you can continue to pretend you don't hear things, but at which you're no longer can pretend you're not aware of those things. And that's what I'm saying about it. Your silent sadness shakes me. in my quiet sea, waves would sometimes rise. Like sometimes I'm becoming aware that even in my happy bubble, something's not right, and you're holding it all in. Like I can see that you're holding it all in, but something is hurting you. And then all the pain pouring out. And from the moment I knew the expression you had on wasn't that expression, and probably the like closest way we can take that is I realized that like the smile on your face wasn't reaching your eyes, that kind of a thing. That like clearly there was something going on, and from the moment I knew that. And then louder than bombs I break. First of all, I love this song. The song sounds so beautiful. There's almost like a frantic cadence, but then this like soft, like rising vocal, like seriously a triumph of the vocal line. Honestly, it sounds so good. It sounds so beautiful. But that louder than bombs I break is almost like hushed. It's almost like that quiet, like the internal, like it's so loud, but something like an internal breaking, almost a muffled loudness is what you're getting with that kind of like sound. Let's go over that part again. RM coming in with his beautiful word plays again. I think I covered this on my RM is a Genius video. He's saying he's nothinger than nothing, lighter than the light, as in weight light, like enough to float away almost, like nothing there, lighter than light. But you say I'm somethinger than something, lighter than the light, as in brighter than brightness, like brighter than the sun kind of thing. And then don't you give up your life. J-Hope. Where's my way? The ground keeps quaking. I collapse on my own. Mute. That moment of silence. And then louder than bombs. So good. I think the rappers are speaking directly to the fans, mostly. I want to tell you that darkness exists everywhere. Don't be afraid of it. And this is Suga speaking, who has extensively talked about his battles with depression and anxiety. Whatever night may swallow me up, I won't give up. The fight for you will shine. Like that, even though there are awful things happening, even though I might be in despair, like I'm not gonna give up fighting. Like, I'm still going to do my best, and we're going to shine. I love that there's always that sentiment that no matter what BTS talks about, no matter how heavy the subject, no matter how much they're like, hey, this sucks and it's not solvable and it's not gonna get solved by like tonight, no matter how bad, it doesn't mean that there's no hope. That there's always a silver lining. There's always just a little bit of light on their horizon, and they're always like, I'm gonna get through it, even though I acknowledge that it's terrible. And I love that that's really their message. Their message isn't just like happy sunshine. It isn't like super, super hopeful, like you're gonna be fine. It's like, life is awful and it sucks sometimes. But that doesn't mean you throw everything away. That doesn't mean you throw away your dreams. That doesn't mean you throw away your life. Not a coincidence. Yeah, we picked this game. And I think their song Ugh also deals with the same kind of thing, that like, yeah, some of this comes with the territory. Some of this comes with being any kind of a celebrity, the kind of like awful things that you hear, the kind of awful things people say about you. Some of that comes with the territory. And a lot of times people will just say, oh, it comes with the territory, you should be used to it. And don't acknowledge that like, not only are they hearing these awful things, but that the frequency at which they're being said and the threatening level at which they're being said is not normal, and a human being should not have to deal with that. But yet they are, and they're fighting through. Yeah, they picked this game. They chose this life. They chose to fight hard and to be, you know, the #1 pop stars in the entire world, the #1 group in the entire world. Like, it's not just pop. They're hitting every genre lately. They're as big as the Beatles were. They're bigger than the Beatles were because the Beatles didn't have the same scope of range to reach so many places. Like, nobody has done what they're doing. But this is before, really, like, they haven't hit their peak yet, obviously. And we're still seeing people slowly acknowledge the actual artistry and remove it from the boy group. And it took Beatles a long time to remove the like crazy fans and boy group image, and people started to be like, actually what they're doing with music is genius and rewriting the genre. And BTS is beginning to hit that point in their career. At the same time, that comes with even more backlash and even more nasty things. But they picked this game, but that doesn't always mean that that is an invitation for people to be awful either. Okay, I love that. The times I've ignored you, the days where I kept running away, there won't be any more. Like, I'm not gonna keep running away from this. I'm not gonna try and like just ignore it. I'm gonna have to address it. And in front of the world, actually, they said. I'll tell it in front of the world. And you know, they don't keep quiet about things. Like, they do talk about their struggles, which I think then the fans are able to relate and also to become protective of them, to, you know, make extensive documentaries and just share their love and explain it to others who then can choose to take the time of day to actually listen and be like, wait a sec, it's not just some pop group, like they're doing a lot more. And Suga's hitting the points again. People say they're jealous of us, the pain I have. And he specifically is talking about anxiety and depression. And they say it's hypocrisy. Like, you can't have those. You can't be upset. You're standing on the top. Everyone's jealous of you. You've got it all now. Like, so your emotional pain, your internal pain, the pain of all of the shit happening around you, that's just hypocrisy. Like, you don't get to have that anymore. And no matter what I do, I get caught up in shit. There's constantly like rumors and conspiracies and everything. It's like, even if all they have been doing is like sitting in their room, writing music, if that's all they've done for the past month, they still get caught up in rumors. They still get caught up in tabloids and things. And like, they're at that point, like, they can't avoid it anymore, no matter what he does. Like, if people still say nasty things, and people still try to belittle or attack on every front, and it's crazy. But if not us, who will do it? If not BTS, who is going to be the first Korean pop stars to win awards in the US? If not BTS, who is going to be the next ones? Who's going to be the first Korean pop star group to perform at the Grammys? Like, if they don't set the next bar, who's going to do it? If they don't reach the finish line, who's going to reach it as it continues to move further and further away? Like, if they don't keep doing what they're good at, if they decide to just stop, who's going to do that? Who's going to set the next thing? So yeah, people can be jealous and be like, you don't get to like feel your emotions, but like, no one else is doing the things that they're doing. And I'm not saying that like K-pop is not doing a phenomenal job. It's not that BTS is the only K-pop group out there, or the only K-pop group that's doing really well, but they're the only K-pop group that is hitting the exact market at the exact time, doing the exact things that BTS are doing, and suddenly opening up a humongous number of people's worlds to the powerhouse that is K-pop. Like, people are finding K-pop through BTS at an alarming pace, and they're setting this precedent, and they're also setting the standard. He's right, if not them, who's going to do that? Like, they're not saying that a lot of people didn't basically set the stage for them, but if they don't set the stage and do all of these things, who is going to? And I love right there that J-Hope reiterates the same thing. That, like, this isn't just Suga saying it, like, this is the message. He says the exact same words. Your pie ending the song for us. Very nice, very well timed. I like that the waves come back again, that it is like, it's like a tidal wave, not just like the ebbs and flows of popularity, but also waves of fans, waves of people in the audiences, waves of interest in them. Like, the waves come back again bigger, but then that last Louder Than Bombs I Sing, it was powerful and then fades out. Oh, it's such a beautiful song. It's so well crafted and delivered. This is why I think it's underrated. They're saying so much in the song. They're directly addressing the fact that they're under fire and that it hurts, that it is getting to them, that this is hard, that there's a lot that we don't see that's very, very hard. But at the same time, they're doing it in a song that's showing off their vocal line insanely and showing off their music mixing insanely well. Like, it's such a beautiful song crafted together that, like, the dynamics of it are crazy. Like, I know I'm not like a music person, and someone who is might be like, you don't know what you're talking about, but it sounds so good to me. I don't see how someone could say there was any like musical issues with it. Like, it's so absolutely beautiful, and at the same time they're talking about very serious subject in the form of something breaking like a bomb, but at the same time, like, they're this international group. There's someone who brings together people who would never interact, people who, you know, are distanced by something like war, still have the same love for them. There's still fans in countries that the countries hate each other, but the fans all are army, that the fans still love the same thing, that the message is still reaching the same people, because we're all human in the end. Even BTS are human in the end. And that's really what the song is about. And it's beautiful, it's wonderful, it's incredible. They did such a good job. Definitely one of their more underrated songs. They have many songs that I think are underrated. I don't think they have any songs that are overrated. Maybe Butter. Butter was good though, but it might have gotten more hype than it deserved in comparison to the rest of their catalog, honestly. But this one, I think for sure deserves more recognition because it's absolutely a gorgeous song. And that's all for me today. I of course post videos on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. If you like this kind of content, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. If you like Pie's singing there at the end, please leave a purple heart down below, because I think or cat emoji. Isn't there a cat emoji with heart eyes? That's the one if you particularly liked his singing. That was very funny. I need to make sure I keep that in. That was hysterical. I will talk to you again very soon. Bye!